looking to throw it. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much, the roughing the passer penalty. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw at Sanders. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that thing. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. They go right back to it. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado! Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So Miami's offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Ward. Fires to the right. He's got it. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's George. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15.
I think it's so important that the defense is honest, and you can't just dig and dunk out wide receiver of the middle of the field.
And the Canes look to keep this drive humming. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Martinez on the carry. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Ward. Swings it out to his running back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Keeps the play going. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, we know down here when you're throwing into the end zone, the windows are so small. Ball gets tipped like that, there are a lot of defenders lurking around. QB's lucky that one wasn't picked.
2nd down after that incompletion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
Gain of 1. It's now second and goal.
Now on 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Ward. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
The fake, they flip it to the kicker. And some great 4th down defense against the run. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Out of the gun, the inside give. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Back to pass, it's Sanders. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Got it in the middle. It's Horn. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Buffaloes are rolling down the field. Looking to pass. It's Sanders. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Miller. And the Buffaloes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the pass. He makes a grab.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply can't.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They'll turn to Martinez. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Loss of 3. Brings up 2nd down.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
And the Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Or now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll try the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. What a good job by the defense to force that play outside.
And it's tough when you're a defense and you like to play fast and aggressive. Those counter plays are usually something that's good to run at them, but if you can be smart and stay sound and stay home and understand when people start pulling your direction, forget the fakes the other way, you can stay home, be productive, get big plays like this for your defense.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one, no problem. The QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Got the quick completion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Offense.
We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. Handoff from the shotgun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. A first down for the offense. Snagged in the middle. It's George. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The short hands, it's Horton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Now on second down after the short completion. Give to the running back. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. Third down coming up.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's third and long. Right back to the well. Kept it on the ground on third down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1.
Fourth down coming up.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It is good! After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Open space at the 25. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They go to the ground. Bulls his way forward. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. He's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on third down. He'll keep it himself. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
In an offense, if you're going to be successful running the ball, and I don't care who it is carrying it, you've got to have receivers that are willing to block. You've got to have guys that are willing to get involved. How about the receiver here on the stock block going and picking off that safety?
And the Buffaloes are on the move. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
The give to the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Right back to the well. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Makes his connection. Tackled, but he has a first down.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
And the Buffaloes in the hurry up. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to him. Able to get one down to the 15. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
From the gun, the ground game. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Ward. Quick strike complete. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. The defense will try to hold up one more time. Under 2 minutes to go. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. They're going to make it that easy for us.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. 1st down for this offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To the air, it's Ward. Makes the grab on the left. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. He wants to throw. Got his man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself opening. Nice job between those two.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Martinez. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
It's now third down.
Here comes a third down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. From the gun, wants to pass. Slips a tackle. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buffaloes. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
Lining up for the PAT.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
That makes the score Colorado 17, Miami 3.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
Kick it away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking to move it through the air. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. To throw, it's Ward. Coming after him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Getting some... And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the offense gets the ball back as time expires, and that sort of sums up the end of this one.